Following a full year of being closed, Casa Italiana reopened only for students, faculty, and staff for a full academic year. While all the other artistic and cultural institutions in New York welcomed back their audiences, ours remained closed to the public due to the university's regulations. But we weren't resting behind closed doors. While this limbo created a sense of uncertainty and caused quite a lot of frustration, it spurred our creativity across all fields, both old and new. While our traditional activity of producing events was drastically limited, we turned our attention towards conceiving, commissioning, and sponsoring translations, book publications, films, documentaries, and even an opera. We commissioned the opera A Sweet Silence in Cremona to composer Roberto Scarcella-Perino and librettist Mark Campbell. It had its world premiere in Cremona, and we are now working to bring it to New York. The history of Italian theater in New York is the theme of Tutti in Scena, the documentary we co-produced with our theater company in residence, Kairos Italy Theater. Babylon, Ghetto, Renaissance, and Modern Oblivion, a short film written and directed by Jessica Gould, drew parallels between the music of the Jewish composer from Mantua, Salamone Rossi, and the contemporary spiritual.
The book.
An interview with Judge Guido Calabresi brought to light the true story of the Finzi-Contini family, the one that inspired Giorgio Bassani to write The Garden of the Finzi-Continis, one of the most beloved and influential novels of the 20th century. We strongly believed in the documentary Mr. Wonderland, which tells the story of Silvestro Poli, a humble Tuscan artisan who emigrated to America in the late 19th century to become the greatest theatrical impresario of his time. The film, a prize winner at the Festival dei Popoli, was broadcast by PBS in the United States and by Rai in Italy. It was thanks to our contribution that the Lorenzo da Ponte Library at University of Toronto Press was able to publish accurate and elegant English translations of the Marquis de Sade's Journey to Italy and Gasparo Contarini's The Republic of Venice, both widely available now throughout the English-speaking world. The exhibition catalog of photographs by Fulvio Reuter was published by Schira and remains as our homage to 9/11 victims and survivors. At the beginning of the pandemic, we had to get used to living in a state of lockdown, which we took advantage of to improve our handling of the digital world in order to reach a larger audience and broaden our discoveries of new topics. Many people faithfully followed the online activities of our clubs. Hundreds of our friends read and discussed books in Italian. Others learned about the musical peculiarity of Italian cities, while others discovered the rich traditions of Italian political theater. Our opera club, Opera to the People, was able to gather in person as it is intended for students. It offered its traditional pre-performance preparation marathon before attending 4 operas at the Metropolitan Opera House, all expenses covered by Casa. Our web series dictionary Parole Parole is now 200 words strong and growing. For example, do you know the meaning and origin of the word ambaradan? Discover, learn, and share new terms with us. To celebrate the 7th centennial of Dante's death, we produced a series of 100 videos, one for each canto of the Divine Comedy, featuring dialogues between Dante scholars, students, and other fans of the divine poet. Once the pandemic began to loosen its grip, thanks to vaccines and lower infection rates, we were able to cautiously open our doors to the NYU community. Our students got the opportunity to attend 2 exclusive and extraordinary events. One with the Italian Minister for Equal Opportunities and Family, Elena Bonetti, and one with the irreverent New York icon, Fran Lebowitz. Since we were unable to host our audience in our own space, we gratefully accepted the generous hospitality of sister institutions, such as the Calandra Institute at CUNY for a roundtable on the Finzi-Continis, the Italian Cultural Institute for the presentation of the Fulvio Reuter catalog, and the Center for Italian Modern Art for the theatrical performance Confino, Exile. While we were closed to the public, we didn't give up on exhibiting works of art inside Casa Italiana, and chose the photographs of Fulvio Reuter, which remained on view for the entire academic year. The shots he took of Manhattan before 9/11 offered both the faculty and students a daily cause for reflection and opportunity for hope. NYU has recently confirmed that we will be opening our doors again for public events in accordance with all necessary regulations. We learned a lot over these years and appreciated the many possibilities offered to us by technology, which allowed us to keep on with our work. But now we are truly ready to welcome you back home. in person, and to continue discovering Italian culture in all of its manifestations in your company. We can't wait. Bentornati a casa.